Yo, what's going on, guys? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Phillies are taking on the Milwaukee Brewers to wrap up this three-game set that they have between them and Milwaukee. And then they go out to London to play in the London series. That'll be this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. We will have both of those games covered. And, well, first we got to get this one underway. Aaron Ashby is going to be facing up against Aaron Nola. So Ashby was announced the starter for the Brewers late last night after the ball game. It was announced by Pat Murphy, their manager. And, well, a lefty on a righty, or lefty going up against a righty. Aaron Nola, who's 7-2, has a 3.03 earned run average. Again, just continues to have really, really good outings overall. He's been doing a really good job, and I feel like I say this almost all the time, and I sort of sound like a broken record, but once he's on the mound, like every single time, you just feel a lot more confident with what he's going to do. There were a lot of times last year, and we talk about it over and over again, where he just really struggled delivering from the stretch, and he would just fold and give up so many runs. This year, he hasn't gone back to those ways as of now. And he's been really, really solid. 71 strikeouts and a 1.03 whip just overall this season in 77 innings. And he's allowed 22 walks. He's, the home runs he'll give up. He's given up 11 homers on the season. But the thing that surprised me the most is the 26 earned runs. That is what I love to see on a stat sheet from Aaron Nola in 77 innings. Tells me that he's really comfortable, that Caleb Cotham and JT Realmuto are really trying to find ways to get him to be in his zone, and Nola is also producing as well. The changeup has looked really good. The slider and the off-speed pitches, the knuckle curve, oh my gosh. Has that been a huge difference? It would flatten so many times last year, and every single time that he throws it, sometimes, he'll give up a meatball. Sometimes guys will just come up to the plate and he leaves it out over the middle of the plate and it doesn't dip like it should. But overall, from just an overall 2024 perspective, he has been dominant out there. He really has. And the Phillies have had three, you could say four really, really good pitchers. But Aaron Nola going up against Aaron Ashby. Let's talk a little bit about Ashby. So he's 0-1. He has a 9.82 earned run average. He just pitched in one outing. This is actually his first outing that he's pitched in since April 8th. And the last time he pitched, he had 2 strikeouts, gave up 8 runs. It was 4 earned runs. So he is making his return. So let's see how he does. All right, it is 4:04 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to get into the starting lineups in just a few moments. And, all right, so we'll do it right now. So, all right, Bryce Durang will be leading things off for the Brewers, and he will be playing over at second base. Then it'll be William Contreras, the designated hitter, and he's batting second. Christian Yelich hitting third out in left field. Willie Adames, the shortstop, batting in the cleanup spot. Then it's Rhys Hoskins, who's hitting fifth. And then after that, you got Sal Frelick out in right field, batting sixth. Joey Ortiz hitting seventh. And Gary Sanchez, eighth. And Blake Perkins batting ninth. If you guys want to follow the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to do so. Just hit that just hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. My mind is like all over the place today. It really is. But, all right. He got called up, Aaron Ashby, because, well, Robert Gasser just went on the injured list. And so they called him back up. He was having some Ashby did have some shoulder problems before, but he got called back up. All right. Oh, boy. Let's go. So Nola in 77 innings, as we mentioned before, he has 71 strikeouts. I wanted to say that the last time he was out there on the mound, he went 6 1/3 against the St. Louis Cardinals. He gave up 2 earned runs. He had 6 strikeouts. He hasn't allowed more than 2 earned runs since May 8th. So that's been a really good thing from just looking at Aaron Nola from a statistical standpoint. Let me close the window real quick. I will. Let me just do that. I'll be right back in literally like less than a second. All right, there we go. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. First pitch, and that's in there for a called strike over on the outside corner. All right, no balls, 1 strike to Bryce Terang. Brewers are in their dark gray or grayish blue uniforms with the on the tops and the bottoms. And the 0-1, and that's going to be popped out over towards the left field side. And it's caught for out number 1. I think the lawnmowers are here. All right. JJ, let's make a bet. I don't do that on here. Well, what's the bet, though? All right. 1 out in the top of the first. William Contreras up to bat, hitting .310 on the season. And the pitch is in there for a strike, just at the knees. Phillies defensively, they got Castellanos out in right field. Then out in center, it's Pache. And in left, it's Merrifield. That's in the outfield. We'll get to the infield in just a few seconds. In the 0-1, it's grounded over to third, backhanded by Bohm. Flips it over to first, and there's 2 outs. And Christian Yelich is coming up to bat. In the infield for the Phillies, you have Harper over at first. At second, it's Stott. Third, it's Bohm. And then Sosa's over at short. Final score predictions. Make sure you guys comment them down below. And JT Realmuto has the afternoon off. Garrett Stubbs is behind the plate today. No Yohan Rojas. No JT Realmuto either. 2 outs in the top of the first. And Christian Yelich due up to bat. And he fouls that pitch off of Nola. RG Energy, what's going on, man? What's going on? I give you right now 10 super chat, or if the Phillies win, you get 20. But if they lose, you get none. What is it? 1 pitch, and that's taken low for a ball. Oh, man. They put me on the spot, bro. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs in the top of the first, and the next pitch is sliced foul. I'll take the 20 if the Phillies win. All right? All right? I'll take the 20. I'll take the 20. I'm taking the 20. I'm shaking your hand right there. There we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 gone in the top of the first. Nola with 7 pitches so far in this inning. He kicks, fires, and it's inside for ball 2. Crew chief for this afternoon. Well, Sean Barber was calling the balls and the strikes behind the plate the other day, and he is over at third base. And they got Ryan Blackney over at first. Ryan Blackney is calling the balls and the strikes. Wolf is over at first. Barber's at second. And Alan Porter's over at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nola kicks, steals, and the pitch is low for ball 3. And inside as well. Just out of curiosity, do you guys hear the lawnmowers in the background? 3 balls, 2 strikes. I'm just curious. And the payoff pitch from Nola. Swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3 go the Brewers. And we head to the bottom of the first at the bank. Phillies coming up to bat. Good. These headphones are sick, man. And guess what? We fixed the problem. Shout out to the mama out there. We fixed the headphones problem. Knock on wood. So, I'm happy that we finally got that fixed. First, I thought it was the cable, and then it was just a little squeak. Is this thing on? Says Orioles Bird Watcher. What's up, man? What's going on? Comment your win down below. All-star ballots out, JJ. I got Bohm in at third base. Good. Yeah, I was actually gonna do that on Saturday. I was gonna post a poll about that, but yeah. What's up, Mike? What's going on? Denbrew, how is everybody doing? Adams here. Have a good stream, my friend. Braves got spanked. You got this division. Just prep for an 83 match rematch. I got you. Please drop your link down below, my guy. Please drop that link, man. I'm on the train heading home. RG, were you at your girls last night? Took the girl to the Revolutionary Museum. Wow, see, y'all are going out already, and y'all are doing adventurous things. Wow, how about that? Congratulations, man. She's lucky, and you're lucky to have each other. All right. Schwarber will be leading things off for Philadelphia. Then you got Castellanos, who is batting second. Rhys Harper hitting third. Bohm in the cleanup spot. Stotts batting fifth. Sosa is hitting sixth. Whit Merrifield batting seventh. Eighth will be Garrett Stubbs. And batting ninth is Christian Pache. So again, Phillies lineup. It's Schwarber, Castellanos, Harper, Bohm, Stotts, Sosa, Merrifield, Stubbs, and Pache. I'm going to take the hat off because it's, I don't know. It doesn't really feel comfortable. Some days it's just like a hit or a miss with the hat. I don't know why. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Ashby's on the mound. Again, comment those final score predictions down below, baby. The ball is one strike, and the next pitch is in there for a ball. Should have been called a strike. Ashby has a 1-3 record down in AAA and a 6.80 ERA. And the 1-1 is taken wide for ball two. So, yeah, another guy that goes on the IL, Robert Gasser, in this Brewers starting rotation. Just unbelievable. The 2-1 swung on, grounded past the diving stop of Hoskins into right field for a base hit. And Kyle Schwarber leads the way for Philadelphia as he cruises to first base with a single. Sometimes it's not about how hard you hit it, it's about where it lands. And he did it hard. Hoskins just mistimed it, though. Got right on past him. Tried to make a diving stop. And Castellanos coming up to bat. Here we go, the pitch, and that's inside. It was a changeup at 87 miles per hour. Nick batting .214 had the walk-off RBI double in last night's game. That was his 26th run batted in on the season. And the pitch. And there's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. Not that deep, though. And Perkins gets under it. And he makes the grab. And Schwarber thought about maybe tagging up to go over to second base. But he said, yeah, I'm going to stay. So. Now it's Rhys Harper's turn to come on up to the plate. What time do the Orioles play? Are the Orioles in a delay? Or are they off today? I don't see. Oh, no, they play at 7. I got you. There you go. Please make sure you go subscribe to Orioles Birdwatcher. There's Rhys Harper, and he takes it outside for a ball. Phillies, by the way, are in their cream and red uniforms. Cream tops, cream bottoms, red letters, and numbers on both the front and the back. The 1-0 delivery. That misses outside. Harper also wearing his Fanatic green cleats. There's Rob Thompson over in the Phillies dugout. Has to be happy with how his ball club is doing so far on the season. And the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Phillies 8, Brewers 1. I didn't comment what my final score prediction was. I'll have to get back to that. 2-1 is the count. And the pitch to Harper. And that misses outside again for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. That misses low and outside for ball 4. And that's going to put Schwarber over to second base. And Harper gets on with a 1-out walk. There you go. The Phillies' lifetime against the Milwaukee Brewers are 94 and 78. They've played 172 times. That's the span of a regular season plus 10 games. Here we go, the pitch, and that's taken on the inside corner for a strike to Alec Bohm, batting in the right side of the box. The ball's one strike, and the pitch swung on, hit out over towards right field, and on the run to make the grab is the right fielder, Frelick, and Schwarber thought about maybe tagging up, and he stays put over at second. Bohm hit that one pretty sharply, too. And again, just right at a fielder, and Bryson Stott's coming up. During those 172 games, the Phillies have hit 200 homers, and they've scored a total of 811 runs against Milwaukee. Here's Stott. 2 outs, 2 runners on, and the pitch in there for strike one at the knees at 95 miles per hour. Phillies did not do a good job with runners in scoring position last night overall. And the pitch, and that's up high for a ball. In this series, they really haven't scored a lot of runs. It hasn't really been a big, productive offensive series. It's been all about the pitching. And the pitch, and that misses outside for a ball. They've outscored the Brewers 5-2. Ashby, 26 years old for the Milwaukee Brewers. And the 2-1 is chopped foul towards the right side. He was called up, and so was Tobias Myers when Robert Gasser went on the injured list. That was announced earlier today. And they also just optioned their right-handed pitcher, Jansen Junk, to Nashville. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 runners on. Schwarber at second. Harper at first. Stott at the plate. And the 2-2. And there's a bouncer hit over towards the third base side. It is a foul ball. Ortiz tried to backhand it. It went into foul ground, and Schwarber slid into third base, and he has to go back over to second. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Two and two is the count to Stott. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And Stott strikes out. So 2 runners left on base. And we've played 1 inning so far and head to the top of the second. 4, 5, and 6-2 up for Milwaukee when the Phillies return to action. Well, happy belated birthday to Aaron Nola. Happy belated birthday to Aaron Nola. He had a birthday yesterday. He is now 31 years old. Hopefully he gets a win today. He's another one of those guys that's had a very weird career here, but I think that, like Rhys Hoskins, when all is said and done, if the Phillies make it to another playoffs this year, which they should, I'm not saying that they're not going to, but if he does a good job again, I think he's one of those guys that does deserve a standing ovation once he gets welcomed back to Philadelphia. What do you think about that? Comment down below. That is true. I'm not counting them out. I wouldn't count the Braves out. I wouldn't count the Braves out. No, I wouldn't count them out at all. Vote to stream JJ at Passyunk Avenue in London. Who's funding that flight? I do have a passport. I did get that renewed. Who's funding that, though? Plus, I got to be back in time because I'm going away with my family on Sunday, so I probably would have to, I guess, come back in the nighttime. I'd be a little bit jet lagged from that. Imagine if I did have a sponsor and they actually did that. That'd be really, really cool. Holy moly. That'd be awesome. JJ going to London is sponsored by Wawa. That'd be kind of cool. We're in the top of the second. Adames up to bat. And Nola throws a strike. It's a cutter at 86. So again, Black knee behind the plate. Wolf at first. Barber at second. And Porter at third. Those are all the umpires for today. No balls, one strike. And the 0-1. High. Hi. I could actually do that now. Homonyms. One ball, one strike. And the next pitch is elevated. It's 82 degrees at Citizens Bank Park. Pretty cloudy. The line for the Phillies, well, it's at a minus 180. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. And that's on the outside corner for strike 2. The over-under today is at 8.5. I think that it's, with the way that the series has gone, you would think that people would say that it's going to be under. I think today is going to be an over day. I think they go over 8.5. Combined. The pitch. And that misses outside. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch from Nola. And that's bounced foul. Nola was originally, I don't know if you guys know this, but he was originally drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays in 2011. But instead, decided to attend LSU. And he was a Tiger. He was named SEC Pitcher of the Year, and he also won the National Pitcher of the Year award in 2014. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. High cheese, fastball by Nola. And there's one down in the top of the second. Phillies are scoring over 8.5 runs today. So you think that the Phillies themselves are going to score over 8.5 runs? Oh, wait, they're scoring exactly 8.5 runs. That's funny. Here we go. Rhys Hoskins being introduced now once again. And he does another salute one last time. We still love you, Rhys. There's a sign that's held up by one of the fans, and he gets another standing ovation. And all he can do is smile before he steps into the batting box. And he does now. So that's out of the way. And here comes Nola with the first pitch. Low and wide. The .5 runs are the hardest to score. The half runs are the hardest. Yeah. I don't think that'd be easy. And the next one is off the plate. It was audio low level on that outfielder video. Oh, the audio. Okay, thank you. The audio level was a little low. Okay. All right. Next time I got to turn it up. That's what it was. Thank you for clarifying. 2 balls, no strikes. And the next pitch is on the outside edge of the plate for strike 1. The home plate umpire called timeout for another Rhys Hoskins tribute. That's I have to say that that's pretty special. 2-1 pitches in there for strike two. I don't know if a lot of umpires would do that, especially on the third day's welcome back. It's pretty awesome. Nola comes set at the letters, kicks, delivers, and it's chopped foul towards the left side and hits the tarp. There's a lot of little kids that are over in the left field corner, and they're crowding over towards the first row, reaching their hands out over the rail, and finally a kid just got the foul ball. 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss. It was a check swing, no appeal was necessary, and Nola with back-to-back-to-back strikeouts. Dating back to the end of the first inning, there's 2 outs in the top of the second. Another nasty knuckle curve. That was just filthy. Now Sal Frelick is coming up. Did any of you guys participate in as an outfielder in the home run derbies? That's something that I always dreamed of as a kid. The pitch, and that's fouled off towards the third base side, and it heads into about the fourth row or so. Frelick batting .253. He has 2 homers and 13 runs batted in. Got hit by a pitch in last night's game when he came on to pinch hit. And the 0-1. Slow and inside for a ball. That would be a lot of fun. It would be. Has anybody done it? I thought I saw like last year that we had somebody that actually did do it. But I don't know. We're thinking about All-Stars, and I'm thinking about All-Star Weekend. So just wanted to ask. And the 1-1 is chopped foul. Nola with 26 pitches. And Frelick gets a pitch clock violation called on him, and that's the end of the inning. A batter violation called, and all of a sudden Pat Murphy goes out there to have some words with Blackney. And, well, Frelick is not happy about that. He did not step back into the batter's box in time, and Aaron Nola strikes out the side that way. And, well, we head to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Oh, my gosh, I got to tweet something out really quickly. Is that the first time someone has ever struck out the side on a last pitch being a batter's violation? That's pretty wild. Hashtag ring the bell. I'm gonna hashtag MLB in that too. That's wild, man. Is that a backwards upside down K? Yeah, also, like, how do you rule that? Or how do you score that? That's the other thing I was gonna ask too. Also, how do you score a a batter's violation strikeout? Wonder how you keep score of that. It's a K on its back, so it's a backwards K, but it's upside down. Yep. You didn't step back into the box. All right, well, we head to the bottom of the second. And Edmundo Sosa will lead things off, and he takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Strikeouts on automatic strikes. Strikeout on an automatic strike. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Two balls, no strikes to Edmundo Sosa. And the pitch swung on. Hit back up the middle, but fielded by Terang, and the throw over to first is in time to get the first out recorded. But is that like the first time that that's ever happened where somebody struck out the side and on that pitch it was an automatic strike? I feel like that's never happened. Like, what are the odds? Here's Whit Merrifield, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Whit needs to be better, says Shibby. His average at 176, and the 0-1 swung on, bounced over towards the second base side. Terang has to throw quickly, and he tosses it over to first, and Merrifield is out. So Ashby has four types of pitches that he goes to. He has a sinker, a changeup, a curveball, and a slider. His sinker averages about 93.5 miles per hour. The changeup, that comes in at about 87. And Garrett Stubbs up to the plate. In the first pitch, it looked like it was outside, but it was called a strike. The ball is one strike. And the pitch by Ashby is in there for strike two. Brewers are 6 games above the Chicago Cubs in the NL Central. And the Cardinals have not gained any ground. They're 7 games behind the Brewers. The 0-2, taken for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next one up high. New Twitter feed, T-Max scorecard. Is that an actual thing? T-Max scorecard. If you can, drop that link. Because I'm curious. See again. Stubbs. Oh, yeah, that might be bad. That might be that could have been interference. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is outside for ball 3. Because technically, Stubbs made contact with Sanchez's glove. Payoff pitch. And it's up high for ball 4. It was an 0-2 count. Then it became a full count. And Ashby lost Garrett Stubbs. And the Phillies get their first base runner of the inning. It's the second walk allowed. What's up, Joseph? How you doing, man? I'm a UNC fan in college sports. Nice. Pache is due up in the pitch, and that's going to get away from Contreras, and jogging over to second is Garrett Stubbs. He's in scoring position. So it got away from Sanchez. And that's going to be ruled, I guess they're going to call it a pass ball. I think that's what they're going to call it. The 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss. So Pache is up to bat. I think I said Rojas. That was a bad brain fart. 1 ball, 1 strike to Christian Pache. And the changeup misses. I think Garrett Stubbs is a good catcher. Stubbs is a 2. Stubbs is a really good player, man. I take him as a backup catcher for sure. Defensively, he's great. The drag bunts are nice. He brings character to the team. I'm fine with him as a 2. That's like a backup quarterback. It's the same sort of argument. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, change up, that's in there at the knees for a strike. Somebody that you really can't rely on to, start a lot of games, but is just good for team morale and is just good for his defense. It's really hard to find good catchers. 3-2 pitch, and that's fouled off. I don't dig Stubbs. He ran his mouth last year. He did. I can't disagree with that. But he does love the city. 3-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back. And he's not a guy that you're going to say, well, we need you to play 100 games. It's not what he's going to do. There's not. Tell me any sort of backup catcher that can just slide in and play a lot of games like that. 3-2 on the way. On the outside corner. Called strike 3. And, well, no runs. 1 man left. We've played 2 and head to the top of the 3rd. No score at the bank. He loves us and we love him back. He's a vibes guy. That's all he is. He's a vibes guy, but he also does a really good job at calling the game. He's great at blocking. He's great defensively. And again, for a backup catcher, he's pretty solid. After the Mets series, the Phillies play 16 out of 17 days. And guess who's going to be covering 14, maybe 13 of those 17 days? We are. My point is that it's not a common thing. Yes, there are some people that have the depth, but there's not even a lot of teams that have really good quality catchers. It's hard. It's not easy to find. How many teams in the NFL have really, really good backup quarterbacks? Not a lot of teams have good quarterbacks. You know? It's the same exact argument. Pache needs a spark. Yes, he does. Bob Nightingale just tweeted out, Diamondback starter. And remember when we all wanted them? We all wanted Jordan Montgomery. Montgomery just got booed coming off the field. He lasted just 2 innings. He gave up 7 hits, 3 walks, 2 homers, and 6 runs. And see, here's the biggest misconception about Philly fans. People say that all Philly fans boo. And that's all that they do. I guess other teams boo too. I guess it's not just a Philly thing. The fans declare greatness. That's all that they want. All right, we're in the top of the 3rd. Joey Ortiz is going to come on up to bat. Then it's Gary Sanchez and Blake Perkins, and the pitch is low and outside for a ball. So, Phillies have just 1 hit. That was on the Schwarber single. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike. I'm over the bad rep our fans get. Nobody likes us. The 1-1 swung on, ground back up the middle for a base hit. And, well, Ortiz leads off the inning with a single. And finally, well, Nola struck out 4 batters in a row. And he allows a single there to Joey Ortiz. And Gary Sanchez is coming up to bat. Another pretty good crowd for an afternoon game at the Citizens Bank Park. Good, I'm happy you finished the sentence because I left it out because I wanted you to. I want somebody to say it. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Taijuan Walker has been better than Jordan Montgomery. Think about that. Who would have thunk? For all the Taijuan Walker haters out there. 0-1 pitch, swung on, line drive, caught by Stott. What a catch! And retreating back over to first base is Joey Ortiz. What a bang-bang play by Stotty. Leaped up in the air, made the acrobatic catch, and it just got off the tip part of the glove, and he utilized all his athleticism he could. That was great. A hot shot to Stott. Here comes Perkins. Throw back over to first. Not in time. I don't know how he did that. Nola gets set again at the letters. Gets the signs from Stubbs. Kicks, delivers, and the pitch is in there for a strike. And the throw over the second base is dropped by Sosa. That was a beautiful throw by Stubbs. Ortiz gets into second base. And Sosa should have caught that. This is what makes Stubbs so valuable. That was a great throw, just on the bounce, and Sosa didn't anticipate that. Just touched the bottom of his glove, but he catches that, he's out. So, Stubbs is a pretty good catcher. I'd take him as a backup. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's like one of the best backups. You're allowed to take Wawa with you on the plane. The ball's 2 strikes. And the next pitch is bounced over towards the first base side. Backhanded by Harper. The flip over to first base, and Nola wins the race to the bag. There's 2 outs. Ortiz does maneuver over to third base, though. All right, hit the thumbs up button and hit that like button, or hit the subscribe button. I think I'm going to take a very quick step off after this inning, just to sort of catch my breath. Bryce Durang is going to be up to bat for the Brewers. Nola gets set and fires a strike just at the knees for strike 1. Durang is hitting .294. Has 3 homers on the season. Nothing in 1 is the count. Nola kicks, fires, and it's outside again. Giants, they lead at 6-1. We have a couple of games going on right now. The Reds and the Rockies are tied 4-4 in the top of the 5th. The Red Sox got shut out today by the Braves 9-0. And the St. Louis Cardinals ended up winning out in Houston. They won 4-2. The 1-1 swung on, grounded over to shortstop, fielded on a bounce by Sosa, and the throw across the diamond in time. And the inning is over. All right, so Philadelphia will be back up in just a few moments. And there's still no score. Be right back. I apologize. I do. The Braves got shut out 9-0 by Boston. Oh my gosh. That's the one thing I gotta get better at. Sometimes I look at the chat and then I get distracted. And that's like what happens is like I look at another screen and I get distracted, and I have to remember that stuff is secondary to the call. The pitch is in there for a strike. I can't believe I did that. Apologize. That would never fly on TV. And the pitch, well, it's a 1-1 count to Kyle Schwarber. He singled in the first. Hitting .235 on the season. Ashby gets set and delivers. Swung on. Lined over towards right center field. And on the run to make the catch is Frelick. And there's one away. Ashby's curve looks really good so far. Yeah, it's been pretty good. It has. This Brewers team has a lot of arms, especially with all the guys that they have out. We got a super chat, baby. $2 super chat by DFJ. What's going on, man? How are you? First pitch to Castellanos, and that's taken for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next one, well, that should have been called a strike, but it's called a ball. It's on the inside corner. Blackney's been really inconsistent with that call today, too. And the 2-0 delivery, and that's in there at the knees for a strike. You know, I wonder sometimes, and this may sound stupid, but the 2-1, and that's grounded back up the middle. It's played on the bounce by Terang, and the throw over to first is in time to get the second out recorded. I wonder if, you know, because the umpire moves, right? And sometimes they're shifted a little bit more towards the left side of the plate. I wonder if that impacts the way that they call strikes. And why not, like, have, like, an umpire box where an ump is, like, supposed to stand so that you just keep it fair? Because I feel like that has to be something that shifts their calls, you know? Does that sound stupid, or what do you guys think about that? First pitch is inside and high for a ball. What if they had like an umpire box? And the pitch. And that's outside for ball 2. Joseph says, I totally agree. I like just thought about this now. 2-0 pitch, and that's outside for a ball 3. Maybe we don't need robotic umps. Maybe we just need like an umpire box. Like a batter's box right behind home plate. And you just have them stand in that designated spot. The 3-0 on the way, and that's on the inside corner for a strike. Makes sense. Depends on the angle that they see the ball at. But sometimes like you don't realize it. And the 3-1 is in there for a strike at the knees. But an umpire, like Blackney today, has sort of been leaning over towards the right a little bit. Like leaning over towards the left. And sort of shuffles his feet a little bit. And I just wonder if that sort of impacts it too. And the 3-2 is just outside for ball 4. They do have a box. Yeah, but it's not like a designated box. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're supposed to... Yeah. Like, okay. I understand, like, what you're saying, but, like, maybe they should... I don't know. Maybe the box should be, like, a little bit smaller. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Pitch is inside and low for a ball. I just feel like that there has to be something else. I don't know. Because sometimes, like, when you lean over, that affects your perspective. The pitch, and that's on the outside corner, taken for a strike. I don't know, it's just like a food for thought. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. We have a runner over at first base. Alec Bohm's up to bat. And he takes high for ball 2. Both teams with 1 hit today. No runs scored. And the 2-1 delivery that misses inside for ball 3. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button, baby. Depends where the catcher is set up, too. Yeah. That is true. 3-1 pitch. And that's lined, played on the bounce by the third baseman. And the flip over the second base ends the inning. And the side is retired. And another inning where the Phillies leave a guy on base. And we head to the top of the 4th with no score. Yeah, but I noticed that Blackney was a little bit shifted over towards that left side of the box during that last pitch. And before that, he was a little bit I don't know. He seemed like he was a little bit shifted more towards the center, on the last pitch. You know? I don't know. Maybe we do need robotic umps. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. I don't know. How many pitches does Ashby have? How many pitches does he have? 56. Half of his pitches have been thrown for strikes. All right. I asked a poll question in the chat, and I wanted to know how many of you think that the Phillies are going to sweep today. 87% of you, 88% of you have said yes. 12% of you have said no. For those people that are in the 12%, never mind. I'm not going to ask that. I was going to ask, why, but it doesn't make sense to ask why. Here's another question I have for you. How many All-Stars do you think the Phillies actually have? I think the Phillies have 6 All-Stars. Really, they should have 8, if I'm being a little bit greedy. But I think that they have at least 6. The pitch, and that's bounced right in front of home plate. And, Contreras didn't even run. Stubbs just caught it and tagged him out. Talk about lack of effort. I mean, it was bounced right on the plate. Stubbs just played it on a bounce in front of the plate, and Contreras was tagged out in the batter's box, and that's how the first out is recorded. And there comes Christian Yelich. So that is an unassisted ground out by Garrett Stubbs. First pitch is in there for a strike. An unassisted ground out to a catcher. What? Pitch is in there for a strike. One ball, one strike to Christian Yelich. Nola gets set, kicks, fires, and it's chopped foul towards the right side. He's a catcher and can't move, save his energy. Well, he's DHing today, so he's not even catching. But that's the ironic thing about it, is that he didn't even just run out of the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next one is sliced foul. Two new scorings in one game. An unassisted ground out to a catcher. And the 1-2 is inside and low. Well, Harry always said that you never know what you're going to see at the ballpark when you go every day. He was right about that. I'm not even at the ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Aaron Nola lines up, kicks, delivers. It's in the dirt. Harry Callis is a famous Phillies broadcaster who was a legend in Philadelphia. Three balls, 2 strikes. Nola gets it again at the letters. Oh, no, you're good. The 3-2. That's popped up. Hit out over towards shallow left center field. Merrifield jogs on over towards his left and is able to make the grab. And there's 2 outs. Please be more like Harry. I can't be Harry. I'm JJ. Nobody can be Harry. Harry actually would love interacting with you guys. Here we go. Willie Adames up to bat, and the next pitch is swung on and missed. Good knuckle curve thrown by Aaron Nola. It's been on point today. Already with 46 pitches. And I say that sarcastically because we're in the top of the 4th. And the 0-1 is grounded foul. Now, Bob Uecker's a really good one, too. I love Bob. You can't be somebody, but you can create your own legacy. The ball is 2 strikes. And the next one. And that's popped up. Hit out over towards shallow left center field. Here's Pache on the run. And he rolls over and makes the catch. His sunglasses went flying off, and he just made a terrific catch to end the inning. Wow. The acrobatics, the agility, and the athleticism and the anticipation by Christian Pache. Great footwork as well. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola. And the defense continues to shine. And the Phillies are coming up to bat. Is the game sold out today? Yes. It is. It is sold out. That sounds about right for the Brewers not being patient. This lotion I got from my mother's is potent. What? It's like the most randomest comment I've ever seen on here. Lotion. That's so random. Yeah, 222 people on your watch. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. I love each and every one of you, man. And just a little backstory about me. From South Jersey, I graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communications and media degree and a concentration in sports broadcasting. I was really fortunate because I got to call minor league games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals, while I was at Rowan. And I also did games for the Delaware Bluecoats, who were the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers, and got a chance to call games for them too. I interned at NFL Films after I graduated, and as I was there, I was like, I love this. I like being in production, but I really miss putting on the headsets, man. I really do. I miss it. So I went back to a Rowan event, got to connect with Scott Fransky at a networking event, and he's the one that told me you got to get reps. You got to get reps in this field. Doesn't matter where you do it, doesn't matter how you do it. Get reps. 0-1 is the count to Bryson Stott, and the pitch by Ashby is inside for a ball. So from December 2022 till June 5th of 2024 and ongoing, this is what I've been doing. And the 1-1 is on the outside corner for a strike. And it helps you guys because it's a win-win situation. For those of you that don't or aren't able to tune into the games, you get another alternate route to do that. And there's also a really cool community involved with it. And for me, I get reps. So it's a win-win. 1-2 strikes in the pitch. And there was a hard-nosed shot hit over to shortstop, though. Played on a bounce and a sling over to first by Willie Adames. And the first out is recorded. I knew I remembered your voice from Blue Rock games. Hold up. CH. CH, what's your name? If you don't mind me asking. CH. Huh. That's cool. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Edmundo Sosa's up to bat. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Huh. Future HK. Thanks, man. I appreciate the compliment. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch swinging a miss by Edmundo Sosa. To make the count now 1-1, Sosa's average, it's at 300. Has 4 homers and 16 RBI. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. And the 1-1 is on the inside edge of the plate for strike 2. Phillies scored 2 runs last night. And they scored 3 runs the night before. The pitch. Misses again. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Ashby not wasting any time as he gets the signs from Sanchez, kicks, delivers, and that's bounced foul. Over towards the third base dugout as it goes down the stairwell, right next to where Barry is. Cool. All right. And the 2-2, and that is inside. Did they get a piece of Sosa? No. Make the count now 3-2. Let's see where that yawn comes in now. Next pitch, and that sliced foul and out of play. Let's see what Thomas Jefferson, one of our listeners, was talking about. I get it now. The count is full to Edmundo Sosa. Ashby already with 68 pitches in 3 1/3 of an inning in the payoff pitch, and that's grounded over to third, backhanded, and the toss across the diamond is in plenty of time by Joey Ortiz. And Sosa grounds out to third, and there's 2 away. Chris, thanks so much for the donation, my guy. The $5 super chat, that's absolutely awesome. Appreciate that very much, man. JJ, are you going to London? Are you going to London? I'm not. I'm staying here. And the first pitch is on the outside edge of the plate at the knees for strike 1. Chris, I'll read your comment in just a few moments. I'll get back to your comment, man. 0-1 is the count. And the 0-1, swing and a miss. I'll do it after this at-bat. So Merrifield has had 1 at-bat today, and he grounded out. Time is called as he takes a step out of the box. Draws his bat, puts it back up, and the 0-2 misses low in the dirt. We got 237 people tuning in. It's awesome stuff. Ashby trying to get out of the inning, and the 1-2 is grounded over towards third base, short hop, and the throw over to first is in time by Ortiz. Had a little bit of work to do there during that inning, but another 1-2-3 inning for the Milwaukee Brewers and Aaron Ashby. We've played 4 innings already and head to the top of the 5th. No score. Let's see. I appreciate you, JJ. I already paid for Sunday ticket for Eagles games, so you save me money, and your commentary is great. Thank you. Yeah. The one thing I'm trying to do over the summer is the one thing I love is that I can listen to other like play-by-play announcers for baseball on the radio on the MLB.com app because they archive those games, and that's really cool. It's only like $30 a year. It's really, really good. But for NFL games, I know that they used to have like NFL Audio Pass, but I've been trying to like find a way to be able to listen to archived radio play-by-play calls from Eagles games and even other teams while being able to like watch those games too. I do that with baseball. But if you guys like know of, I think what I'm trying to say is there's a YouTube channel for instance called Classic Baseball on the Radio. If you see like a channel that's out there or have another website or something like for classic football on the radio, please like let me know, because with baseball you have 162 games, right? You get a lot of reps that way. Baseball is a very good way to get reps. Unfortunately for football, there's only 17 games. It's not a lot. They added one more, but it's still not a lot. So, if you could spend literally 7 years, and that is not even a full entire baseball season when it comes to calling football games. And I want to get better at that. So if you find something, please let me know. Post the link down below. What's up, David? How you doing, man? Smile's here. What's up, Smile? And the pitch. And that's taken at the knees for strike one. Somebody just held a sign that says, "Thanks for the memo, Rhys." I love that pun. That's so beautiful. I love that. One pitch, and that's grounded foul towards the third base side. Rhys Hoskins is up to bat. Nola with now 50 pitches. Ahead in the count, 0-2. Screaming Jerry Lee. I haven't seen you on here in a while, man. What's going on? Maybe you were on the other day, but these chats, man, they just fly by now. They really do. But what's going on, man? And the 0-2 pitch. Way up high for a ball. Tips to help a fellow YouTuber. I recap UNC football and basketball games. That's really cool. 1-2 pitch, and it's grounded over towards third. Bohm cuts off Sosa. The throw over to first, and Harper tags out Hoskins. The throw was off the line. Harper just went over towards the baseball like he was a wide receiver coming back from a throw that was a little bit short from a quarterback, and was just able to swipe out Rhys Hoskins off the bag. Nice play, too. And there's one out. In the top of the fifth, Sal Frelick up to bat, and another knuckle curve that is thrown and swung on and missed. That's just the movement that it has. You would think that maybe it's going to be a hanger, but it just dies. And it goes down low so quickly. It's so deceiving. The 0-1, and that time it's a cutter. So he goes with a knuckle curve, which dips out of the zone, and then he throws a cutter. It's been on point almost all season, Denbrew. It really has. And the 0-2, another knuckle curve, and that time it's chopped foul. It's played on a bounce. Oh, man. Quentin Barry, the first base coach, just barehanded it and was like, "Look at what I got." He sort of looked up. The ball's 2 strikes. Nola gets it again at the letter's end, the 0-2, and that's lined into right center field. Pache got a good jump, goes over towards his left, and the catch is made for out number 2. That's really cool, man. If you guys want to ever email me about business inquiries, or you just want to get in touch with me off the air, my email is jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. It is in the description, but I'll type it down below during the break, so that way you guys have that too. And the pitch, it's a changeup that's low to Joey Ortiz. Our goal is to get to 2,800 subs today. Can we do it? As Bob the Builder would say, yes, we can. The 1-0, that's on the outside corner. You know, I just realized that this is like the second day in a row that I've made Bob the Builder references on this channel. Something is wrong with me. I need help. That's why I'm a Philly freak. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, grounded, over towards third. Bohm has to throw it quickly. Sidearm throw over to first. Got him! And the inning comes to an end. Another 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola as he continues to mow down the Brewers lineup. And, well, we head on over to the bottom of the fifth. I emailed you and it got rejected. Okay, so I'm going to post the email down below so that way you guys have it. Yeah, something is wrong. If I'm referencing Bob the Builder 2 or 3 days in a row, that's not good. Now, granted, even though it is a 3-hour cast, that's still 9 hours. I could have talked about something else rather than Bob the Builder, but guess who's still talking about it now and still bringing it up? Me. All right, I'm done. JasonJosephOnAir@gmail.com. Can he fix it? Y'all are not helping. Y'all are too much. Y'all are not helping the situation. Ugh. Bro sent you to the spam. Yeah, no, I manually, I actually blocked Mike Green on Gmail, so that's why he thinks that he sent me an email, but it didn't go through. Man. But Mike Green is still, he still is on my number 1 list. Yeah, Jesus, I know, I have a complex. You gotta pray to him, though. And maybe if Mike says a prayer, maybe Jesus will answer his prayers. Man. We're here to entertain you, not be helpful. I thought you were going to say, we're here to entertain you, not email you. That's what I thought you were going to say. Go Phillies. Yes, sir. Scott Kingery. You realize that he just had another multi-homer game yesterday. He hit 2 homers and went 3 for 4. Larry's now number 2. Larry says that too about, we're here to entertain you, not email you. That too. The 1-0 pitch, and that's taken wide for a ball. So, yeah, so there's my email. If you ever want to email me, that's where I'm at. 2-0 pitch, and that misses inside for ball 3. Stubbs walked his first time up. And, well, on 4 pitches, he walks again as he takes that one low. This time it's a leadoff walk. It's fake. Scott Kingery. Here comes Yohan Rojas to the plate. Or Christian Pache to the plate. And the first pitch is bunted foul. So Stubbs has to go back over to first. Pache is 0 for 1. Ashby is 78 total pitches today. And here's an opportunity for the Phillies to try to get a run home here. They've not done a good job with runners on base throughout this whole entire series. Does that really surprise anybody? I don't know. The toss back over to first, not in time. Let's bomb his email. Spam the email. Put it in my spam. Spam the spam of the email. Is that how you say it? The 0-1 is fouled off. JJ, don't feel bad because at the end of the day, that's what I call my coworker last night with a construction helmet that he was wearing. I didn't even hear your reference last night. The Bob the Builder. The next pitch is down low for a ball. Good hold up, too, by Pache. Struck out looking in his first at-bat. No score between the Phillies and the Brewers. Ashby gets set at the belt and has to deliver from the stretch. And the 1-2 is up high. Stubbs and Ashby were sort of having a staring contest, and Stubbs did a little wiggle, and it was sort of like a game of cat and mouse. Are you going to throw it, or am I going to go? What's going to happen? And the next pitch is up high for ball 3. And time is called by Pache, and he gets granted his wish. Phillies in their cream uniforms with the red letters and numbers on both the front and the back. And the payoff pitch outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks allowed by Aaron Ashby, and the Phillies have something cooking right now. And here comes Kyle Schwarber. Charge! That was really bad. Pat Murphy looks like he's going to go out there. Actually, sorry, Chris Hook is going to go out there just to check up on Ashby and Sanchez. And Kyle Schwarber's coming up to bat. Can the Phillies capitalize here? A golden opportunity. Hopefully not for a golden egg. A goose egg. Let's go. 220 people on here watching. Let's get to 2,800 subs. And Nola Paredes is getting warmed up in the Rays bullpen. Let's go, baby. Thought his name was Andy Ashby. No. There's Andrew Abbo. Or Abbott. All right, here we go. Schwarber up to bat. 2 runners on, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got a fastball right on the outside edge of the plate, and he was absolutely late on that one. Charge! The ball's 1 strike, and the next pitch. Swung on, grounded over to second. This could be 2. The flip over the shortstop. There's 1. The throw to first. 2, a double play. The good news is the runner from second does go over to third. That's Garrett Stubbs, but not a good at-bat by Kyle Schwarber. A 4-6-3 double play. It's pulled over towards the right side. And that is not the at-bat that you want from your leadoff hitter at that particular moment in time. Two gone in the bottom of the 5th. And Castellanos comes up to bat. And he stares at a curveball as it's thrown right down the middle for strike 1. The ball's 1 strike. Castellanos with a walk-off RBI double last night. And the 0-1 pitch in the air. Swung out towards deep left field. And that's not coming back. It's gone. The Philadelphia Phillies able to get on the board, and they lead it 2-0 on the 8th homer of the season. A 2-run bomb by Castellanos. That was awesome. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. Here we go. 2 outs, and here comes Rhys Harper, and the pitch. That's on the outside corner for a strike. He got a hanger, and he just lifted the lid out of the ballpark as the volume exploded from the fans. 0-1 is the count to Harper, and he takes low for a ball. Well, I guess Schwarber's 4-6-3 double play was not a rally killer. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch is a check swing, foul ball towards the third base side. How many likes do we have? Let's get to 200, baby. Smash that thumbs up button. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch to Harper. And he takes it. It looked like it was a little bit low, but Blackney calls it a third strike. And the inning comes to an end. Nick Castellanos, though, gives the Phillies a 2-0 lead on a homer out to left center. And we played 5 and head to the top of the 6th. All right. Greetings from Ireland. 2 more till we get to 100. It's good. It's good. I was like number 100. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yes, he does. He's heating up. I love it. Shut up the haters, man. That's all I got to say. Doesn't matter if you're in a bad slump or not. I've always said that when he is hot, he's hot. And I think that he may be turning a corner right now. So I'm okay with keeping him. And he's batting in the 2 spot today, guys. I'm not even a fan of that. But I kind of understand why. I'm not going to put Bohm in the 2 spot. Who would you put in the 2 spot today? Maybe Sosa? That would be the only guy. Pache, Stubbs, Merrifield. I probably would have went with Sosa in the 2 spot. But that's just me. That's the only other guy. Your score's looking good so far. It is. So far, so good, man. Stott should be batting in the 2 spot. No, I don't like 3 lefties in a row. I like righty-lefty. That's why I said Sosa. There's Gary Sanchez, and he looks at another knuckle curve at the knees for a strike. And I say another one because he's looked at like 2 today, and that was the 3rd time he's looked at a knuckle curve. First pitch of the at-bat, though, that was a knuckle curve for a strike. And here comes pitch number 2 from Nola. He winds up, kicks, delivers, and that swung on and missed. Another knuckle curve. Milwaukee was 36-25 coming into today. They were 36-23 coming into this series. And they've only scored 2 runs in their last 24 innings. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Gary Sanchez. Just all off-speed pitches. That's all he's throwing. That's all he threw in that at-bat there. And the execution, A+. Here we go. So now it's Blake Perkins coming up. And he stares at the changeup. It's taken for a ball. I would have thought that Merrifield should have been in the 2 spots. You thought that he should have been in the 2 spot? That's a funny joke. And the 1-0 is in there at the knees for a strike. I feel bad, though, because I think it's tough. You know, we've seen it with a couple of, saw it with Castellanos 2 years ago. Then it was Trey Turner last year. When they bring a star in, it takes them a little bit of time to get adjusted to Philly. I don't know why that is, but it just seems to be the way. But is Whit Merrifield on the downcline? Is he still considered a stud? Because he was an all-star last year, but it was really an all-star first half. 1-2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch. And that's bounced foul. Perkins got a piece of the knuckle curve right before it landed in the dirt. It's 5:26 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. Stubbs gives the signs to Nola. The 1-2. And that's hit out over towards right field. Castellanos goes over towards his right side, and he makes the catch. It was hard, it was hit really sharply. And Casti, I don't think had the best read on it, but he did make the catch. And that's what matters. The Anthony Gargano Show just tweeted out, ladies and gentlemen, Casti is back. Casti is backy. The pitch. And that's low for a ball. And the pitch. And that misses low and inside for ball 2. Question, which team takes precedence in October, Phillies or Eagles? I don't think it's a question. I don't think that's a question. I don't think it's even close. With what's been going on the last 2 years. Yeah, it's the Phillies. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Two balls, one strike. Nola winds up, kicks, fires, and it's swung on, pulled over towards the right side. Stott says he has it, and he plays it on the ground and throws it over to first, and Terang is retired. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. Another clean inning for Aaron Nola. As he's able to get another 1-2-3, and he's only allowed one hit today through 6. Pretty impressive stuff. Eagles, it's not even a thing. Oh, please. With the way that things have been going the last 2 years for the Phillies, the deep runs in October, I remember that the Eagles literally, they won every single game. But yet, a lot of the callers that would call into WIP and to 97.5 The Fanatic, a lot of them during September and October, they all talked about the Phils. A lot of them talked about the Phillies. So I expect that to be a thing this year because now the expectations are set. You know what I mean? This city will embrace baseball in September and October like it's a football game. If you're selling out crowds, right? If a football game attendance on average is about 47,000 people at the Link. 46,000 a night plus, that's a baseball, or that's a football arena, man. That's a football arena, and it's almost every night. I'm sorry. Phillies take over in September and October when they're doing this, because this is special. It's a football town. This town is Eagles first before anything and everything. It's true, but we're talking about a couple of months. And everybody, I'm telling you, when you called in the WIP last year and even in the year before that, a lot of the calls, really in October of 2022, and then last year in September and October, it was all about the Fightins. 90% of those calls, I'd say. I don't know what the average statistics are, what the actual stats are, but it was not even close. Pitch on the way, and that's taken for a ball. The Eagles have sold out every single game since 1999. That's not the point, though. We're talking about a couple of months. The 1-0 pitch is inside and high for a ball. Two balls, no strikes. Paredes on the bump. Bohm at the plate. And the 2-0 pitch is down low for ball 3. Bohm is hitless in 2 at-bats. Stott waits in the on-deck circle. And the next pitch is on the outside corner at the knees for a strike. Jay, what don't I know? What don't I know? 3-1, and, well, that's fouled off the foot of Alec Bohm. 2 years ago, the run for the World Series was crazy fun. Last October was womp womp. It was fun until games 3 to 7 happened. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch, and that's grounded over to shortstop. Played on the bounce by Adames, who gets back up, throws over to first. And that was unbelievable. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. JJ and I differ in this opinion, but he does know quite a bit. Yeah. What don't I know? Because there are things I don't know. And I'm always willing to learn. Football is greater than baseball in Philly. No, that's not what I'm saying. It is a football town. Here comes Bryson Stott and the pitch. That's lined out towards right center field, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. Frelick plays it on a bounce, and Stott gets on with a 1-out single in the bottom of the 6th. That's not what I'm saying. You're misconstruing it. I'm saying that when a Phillies contender is doing so well in September and October, that is pretty much on the same level, if not even higher, than Eagles talk. That's just a fact. If you called in the WIP, if you called in to 97.5 The Fanatic, even last year in October and September, a lot of the talk was pretty much split. The 0-1, and that's going to be inside for a ball, and the throw over to second is over the head of Willy Adames, and Stott able to swipe second base. And he's in scoring position. The count is even at 1 apiece. There we go. We don't have Green January. That's funny. Kelly Green January. That should be a thing, though, man. 2 balls, 1 strike to Edmundo Sosa. Correct, Larry. That's all I'm saying. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is now 2-2. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Of course it's a football town. Sosa's over 2 with 2 ground outs. Stott's over at second, and the 2-2 pitch misses low and outside for ball 3. By the way, Paredes is on the mound. And, well, he has not allowed a run this season. Only has allowed 1 hit. That's it. 3-2 on the way. Swung on, bounced over towards third base, and the throw across the diamond is in time to get Sosa out. Two gone in the bottom of the 6th. The difference in this game, as the Phillies lead it 2-0, was the 2-run shot hit by Castellanos. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. There's Whit Merrifield, and takes the first pitch. It should have been called a strike, but Blackney says it did not paint the black. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch, and that's popped up. Hit out over towards straightaway center field. And there to make the catch is Perkins, and the side is retired. All right, We head to the top of the 7th. 2-0 Phillies as Stock gets stranded over at second base. And Nola, who has a one-hitter through 6, is going to go out there for the 7th inning. Let's see. You guys think if the Sixers become a viable contender, they could become the talk of the town? The Sixers do become the talk of the town in March and in April, I'd say. So, the Flyers don't get love. I think that the Sixers become the talk of the town in February, March, and April. I do. I really do. Unless at the beginning of February there's a Super Bowl run. So, but you're saying for a sustained amount of time, if they played in May and they played in June, then yes. I'd have to say yes. For sure. But right now, with the way that things have gone for them, they have not been able to exceed expectations. So people are talking more about the Phillies because the Phillies are more exciting. Because this is more fresh, and we're not always disappointed. Does that make sense? I love when the hot team everyone is paying attention to is the Flyers. Yes. I agree with that. Well, no one in October, or we'll see in October when no one is talking about the Phillies, JK. Oh, wait, just saying. No one. Okay. They're on vacation in May and in June. Yeah, if the Phillies were this good, but the Sixers made a finals run, would they overtake them? Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. It's the beginning of baseball season, and it's... Yeah, I'm not doing a Phillies game if the first game of the finals was today and if the Sixers were in it. Of course, I'm doing a Sixers game. And that's because they'd be the hottest topic, for sure. The pitch is in there for a strike. Even if the Flyers were in a Stanley Cup playoffs, I'll be honest with you, I'd be doing the Flyers games. I said that I was actually going to do Flyers playoff games if they made it. I did. And I was going to keep my word for that. The ball is 1 strike to William Contreras. And the pitch is a knuckle curve that misses low for a ball. Obi Milner warming up in the Brewers bullpen. Phillies lead at 2-0. Contreras is 0 for 2. He grounded into an unassisted ground out to Garrett Stubbs. And this time, the 1-1 is golfed out towards left field. It hits the back of the wall. And the throw over the second as Contreras is safe and slides in there. Okay, Mike. I figured it was going to come back up. Y'all are funny. Am I a Barney guy? Maybe. I did used to like dinosaurs when I was really young. Christian Yelich up to bat, and he takes high for a ball. I was 6 months old when the AI 2001 team made it to the finals. The Sixers haven't had buzz really since 2019, I feel like. The 1-0 is low and inside for ball 2. I would disagree. I'd say that they had buzz in 2021, but then that collapse was one of the worst collapses in Philadelphia sports history, I would say. I think it's safe to say that. You lose a 25-point lead in Game 5 to a team that is not even on your level with the talent that they have. That was when it went downhill for me. And I think that's how it went for a lot of people. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch is fouled off. Another knuckle curve thrown by Nola. Nola has 78 pitches. Still no outs in the top of the 7th, but he's really just been attacking these hitters and making them feel uncomfortable. The Brewers have only scored 2 runs in this series, and their offense was doing pretty good. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 upstairs for ball 3. And their offense was doing really, really good. 3-2 is the count. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 3-2 on the way, and that's swung on, fouled over towards the left field side, and foul ground, and it goes out of play. That's what happened to the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, well, the Nuggets still won, though. Like, the Nuggets ended up getting a championship last year. But, yes, they should have beaten the Minnesota Timberwolves. I understand what you're saying. The better comparison is like the LA Clippers back in 2020. You have double-digit leads in games 4, 5, 6, and 7. And yet they blew it in 3 of those games. Next pitch is fouled off. Three balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out in the top of the 7th, and the 3-2, and that's grounded over towards the right side. Stott fields it cleanly, throws it over to first. And there's 1 out. Contreras slides on over to third. And he is 90 feet away from scoring. Hit that thumbs up button, baby, and hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icons. We need 32 more subs to get to 2,800. We'll also be going on for another Phillies pod tonight. That'll be posted a little bit later, like what we did last night. Willy Adames stares at a fastball at the knees at 92 for a strike. Rockies lead 7-6. Nothing in 1 is the count. Nola delivers from the stretch once more, and he throws it just a little bit high. Phil's got to at least reach the World Series this year. The expectation is World Series for the Phillies. Do I do late night streams too? I do, yeah. I'm trying to do more pods on the air. And the 1-1 is fouled back. It stinks because I know that the algorithm's not going to reward it because obviously the bread and the butter is the play-by-plays, but I'm trying to do 1 pod a day. I started doing that last night when we were just talking about the Phillies. Because I want more engagement, you know? 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is fouled off towards the left field side. And that will find the seats. Must not have gotten the email. What email? I don't check my emails during the live streams. Maybe it's in my spam folder. But I'll check. If you email me another day, then no, I didn't get it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch swung on, grounded over to third base. Bohm flips it over to home plate, and the throw, he got him! Contreras is out at the plate! Deja vu from last night! And there's 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Stott had a similar play in extra innings, where there was a runner at third coming in towards home plate. And guess what? Alec Bohm sort of took one out of his playbook and did the same exact thing right there. Contreras was diving in there head first. He didn't even touch the bag. Great call by Blackney, the home plate umpire. This defense in this series has been A+. A+ defense. And here comes Rhys Hoskins. And he takes it low for a ball. JJ, do you remember me? No, I saw somebody that his name was Philly fan last night, so I don't know if that was you. Of course I remember you. What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? Throw back over to first. Not in time. And no swipe applied either. Just unbelievable what this defense has been able to provide. Hoskins up to bat. And the 1-0 pitch. And that's bounced foul towards the third base dugout. Yes, I said that I remember you. Yes, you don't have to spam the chat, my guy. 1 strike to Rhys Hoskins. Tying run at the plate. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good four-seam fastball at 93. It's weird because his four-seamers are not really reaching 94, 95, 96 like they once were earlier in his career, but the knuckle curve and the off-speed pitches are what make it so difficult to go up against him. And he mixes in that four-seamer at 92. And the 1-2 is fouled off. I think that he really wanted me to remember him, JJ. I guess so. I guess so. It's all people want to do. People want to be remembered. People want to be seen. And it's not always for the right reason. I remember him getting timed out. It's just like Francesca. Yeah. Imagine if that was Francesca. Shout out to Francesca. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The leg kick and the pitch from Nola. And that's sliced out towards left field. And Sosa on the run. And he makes the catch. It was a little flare that was poked out to left field by Rhys Hoskins. And Edmundo Sosa said, "Not today." And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Great defense once again by Philadelphia. And Nola gets out of the inning unscathed. Head to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time at the bank. All right. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. Where did my book go? Where did my book go? Thought I had it over here. What? There it is. All right, I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. And if you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right. Philly fan, I asked you nicely, don't spam the chat, man. That's all I asked. That's all I asked, bro. All right, let's do this one. We'll do this trivia question. Which Phillies infielder was named the 1980 NLCS MVP? Phillies infielder that was named the 1980 NLCS MVP. Manny Trio. Correct. Oh, wait, hold up. He's right. Sorry, looked at the wrong one. You're right. You were right. Got it. Manny Trio. Larry was right. I apologize. Congratulations to Larry. You got it. First try, too. That was a good one. Here we go. Stubbs with a drag bunt attempt, and he pops it up foul behind the plate. I wasn't born yet either. It was Trio. That is correct. No balls, one strike. So it's 8-9-1 due up in the order. And the 0-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. Jeff Hoffman will pitch the top of the 8th inning. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and spread the word, man. Tell everybody about us. No balls, 2 strikes. Stubbs took a quick timeout. Milner again gets set and fires. It's popped up. Hit over towards shallow left field. Yelich calls everyone off. And there's one out as he records the catch. Just celebrated my 31st birthday on May 23rd. Happy birthday, my guy. That's awesome. Happy birthday, man. I kind of like the applause. I kind of think it's cool. I like it. Pache up to bat. And he takes low and outside for a ball. Larry knows his stuff. Well, yeah, he does. Absolutely. That's why he's a Philly freak. And he said yesterday, I don't even want to get better. I've met plenty of doctors, but I don't want anybody to cure my Philly freak fever. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch is on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. Zach Wheeler, according to Mac Elb, Wheeler, Nola, Sanchez, and Suarez have combined for a 2.34 ERA in 305 1/3 of an inning this season. Ground ball that was hit over towards second base, and, well, there's 2 outs recorded. Happy birthday, Philly fan. All right, we're done with you, man. We're done. I can't have you spamming the chat, bro. 3 strikes. I gave you 3 strikes. You're out. Here comes Kyle Schwarber. And he takes on the outside edge of the plate for a strike. Double YouTube ads missed the question. Sorry about that. That sucks. The balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch is in there for strike 2. That's what I was saying, man. That's exactly what I was saying. But watch, the Snakes are going to come back, and they're going to make new Google accounts, and you just account for that. Pun intended. The ball's 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber, and the 0-2 misses high and away. Schwarber did face the Brewers a lot when he was on the Cubs. And the 1-2 that misses high and away again. Since 2019, he's batting .247 against the Brewers with 12 homers and 36 hits. And the next pitch, and that misses for ball 3. So it was an 0-2 count, is now a full count. I was literally thinking the same exact thing. 3-2 pitch in the air, hit out towards right field, and it is a foul ball in the second deck. Every time that Schwarber gets on one knee and just holds his pose, you think it's gone, but that time you kind of figured that he got out just a little bit in front of it. And the 3-2 pitch, and that's grounded back up the middle. Adames played it perfectly, though, and throws it over to first to get the final out recorded. Phillies go down in order, and we head to the top of the 8th, 2-0 Philadelphia. I was going to call tonight's game, but I got home late, says Screaming Jerry Lee. Which game tonight? Which game you calling? Which game, man? Let me check out your channel. You have a channel? Francesca's other channel. Jose had a question. Is Nola coming back out on the mound for the 8th? Yeah, because his pitch count is still under 500. No. Hoffman was getting loosened up in the bullpen, I said. So that means that his day is probably done. That's exactly right. Yep, just a 2-run home run by Nick Castellanos. That's all that they needed. This pitching has been outstanding, man. Is Ranger going to get bullpen work today? No, he's going to pitch over the weekend. I didn't hear anything from Rob Thompson before the game. You know, it's weird because when I come on to do these games, unfortunately, I hear a little bit of the pregame shows, but they don't really do it too far in advance. Or actually, sorry, they do, but they don't obviously display it for the public until like 30 minutes beforehand. So even when they do the pregame shows, whatever, there's not a lot of journalists that report on that because that was mostly about the broadcasters, like when Fransky does his interview with Rob Thompson. So unfortunately, I don't really get a lot of information that way beforehand on what happens or what's supposed to happen. So I wouldn't know if he brought something up today or not. Hoffman's going to pitch the top of the 8th. First pitch in there for a strike. Second pitch in there for a strike as well. Sal Frelick up to bat. He's lined out and is 0 for 2 today. Hoffman gets set at the belt again. Takes a quick sigh of relief. We'll get to his stats in just a few moments. And the 0-2 pitch. Grounded towards the right side. Diving stop by Stott. The throw over to first. Got him! Stott flashing the leather once again, and the defense continues to be A+ across the diamond for Philadelphia. Oh, Stott saw Rhys Hoskins get a ball past his diving stop, and he said, I'm not going to allow that to happen to me. And it was not on his watch. One out in the top of the 8th. And Ortiz up to bat and takes a ball low. One out in the top of the 8th. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch misses down and away. Hoffman's ERA is at 1.01. Has 34 strikeouts and a .98 whip. The 2-0 inside and high for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Hoffman gets set again at the belt and delivers, and that misses inside for ball 4. That's the first time this year that Jeff Hoffman has allowed a walk on 4 pitches. That's just the 8th walk that he's allowed in 26 innings. The Phillies have 4 guys that have a sub-2 ERA. And one of them is Jeff Hoffman. The ball is 1 strike as the first pitch is in there. Jose Ruiz was actually near a 2 ERA. The 0-1 pitch, and that's flied over towards left field, and Merrifield is there to make the catch. I timed out Mike, no spamming. Stop it, Mike. Stop. Oh, man. That were too much. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. What is going on in the chat? What's going on? Here we go, the pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. Watch Mike just spam me, like, in my emails. It's recorded as spam, and literally he just continues to spam email me. That's probably like what he's doing. The 1-0 pitch, and that's on the outside corner again for strike one. We're all drunk, says Mike. It is a weekday in the afternoon. I mean, I understand Philly fever's one thing, but Philly fever and being drunk during the day? That is sickish behavior. That is freakish behavior. But it's tolerated. The 1-1, and that's foul towards the left field corner. Don't give him any ideas. Hoffman gets set at the belt. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. A runner over at first, and the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Perkins strikes out, and the inning comes to an end. This Phillies bullpen has been lights out in this series, and they just continue to dominate on the pitching side of things. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 2-0 Philadelphia. Good stuff. All right, what time is it? 6:03, and we're in the bottom of the 8th. Wow. What time did this game start? 4:05? Well, we're at the 2-hour mark. It's just crazy, man. If you guys are new to the channel, all right, hello and welcome on in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and you can also hit this icon too, right here. Hit that bell icon. I just wanted to play that. I don't usually play the bell, but just wanted to do it today. Get those boys on a plane, wheels up, beat the Mets over there. Yeah, if they want to get me on the plane too, that'd be really cool. Just have to make sure that they either have a roadcaster out there, plus these headsets, or they allow me to bring that stuff. But yes. Can we just skip Walker's spot in the rotation since we have 2 days off? I agree. Love this show. Yeah, well, we all love you, man. See, if you saw my podcast last night, okay, I've been labeled, and rightfully so, I've been labeled as a Taijuan Walker defender. A Taijuan Walker stan, I think that's a little bit too much. I'm fair with Taijuan Walker. I think I'm fair. It is fair to say that he has really been awful over the last 3 outings. It is fair to say that. I am not going after a lot of people, but if Garrett Crochet is available, and if the White Sox want to take on Walker's contract and chew it up, which I don't think would happen, but yes, of course I'm taking Garrett Crochet as my number 5. But that makes our starting rotation, in my opinion, unnecessarily top heavy. We have 4 phenomenal pitchers, and the offense should be able to help out Taijuan Walker. I would consider giving Spencer back his job. I would. But I'm just saying that I have not been happy with what Taijuan Walker's done. People think like, oh, like you are, but no, I'm not. Here we go. Joel Payamps is pitching for the Brewers. 1 ball, 1 strike. They just came back from break, and the next pitch is in there, or is inside, I should say, for ball 2. Casty had a 2-run homer in the 5th inning and drove in the walk-off run last night. The 2-1 pitch, and that sliced and diced foul and out of play. Let's get the 2,800 subs. 27 people. Wow. 27 people have not hit that subscribe button. Gotta slow down, man. Woosa. Whew. Breathe. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. Payams comes set and delivers the next pitch. Bounced over to third base, and the throw across the diamond will get Nick Castellanos out. Another good throw by Joey Ortiz. Jeff, yes we can. Okay, Bob the Builder. Oh, we're talking about Painter. Whatever happened to Painter? Andrew Painter's not here right now. Can I take a message? No, but he had Tommy John last year. The pitch is in there for a strike. Harper is up to bat with 2 walks today. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 is way up high for a ball. Elder Ute, what's going on? Today's my 7th week since full knee replacement. Wouldn't have been able to do it without you, JJ. And the Phillies got me through the pain. Next pitch, and that swung on and missed. Well, that is a high praise compliment, and I'm speechless, man. I hope you're doing well. We're all saying prayers for you in the chat. We are. We love you. Shout out to Kathy Ann. Shout out to all the people that have been supporting our channel, too. That have been dealing with a lot of stuff. Y'all are family, man. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. Never know, man. That's pretty awesome stuff. 3-2 pitch, and that swung on, blasted out towards deep left center field. On the run is Perkins, and he just makes the catch in front of the State Farm sign. Harper thought maybe he had it all, and he was out. The ball died out in left center field, just in that alleyway. Yes, sir. Congrats on performing. Yes. You got this, Elder Ute. Yup. Here's Alec Bohm, and the pitch is in there at the knees for a strike. Bohm is 0 for 3. 1 for his last 17. And the 0-1 misses down low and outside for a ball. 25 more subs till we get to 2,800. Let's do it. And the next pitch, fouled away. Payams was charged with the loss in last night's game. He's been coming in as their closer, taking over for Devin Williams, who's on the injured list for the Milwaukee Brewers. Another pitcher that's injured for them. The 1-2, that sails low and wide. Two balls, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. 9 seconds on the pitch clock. And Payams winds up, fires the pitch, swing and a miss, and Bohm strikes out. He was late on the fastball. He's looked really frustrated at the plate. And we head to the top of the 9th. Will the Phillies complete the sweep and shut out the Milwaukee Brewers? Comment your thoughts down below. Phillies will be back in action. They're 3 outs away from completing the sweep. Do you realize that the Phillies in this series have only scored the same amount of runs that the Reds have scored today? Which is 8. If you were to tell me, actually, sorry, 7. They've scored 7 runs. That's the same amount of runs that the Rockies have scored in this game, in the game that they're playing in. 7 runs. If you were to tell me that the Phillies would score 7 runs in this series, Do you think that they would even win a game? If I were to tell you that, if I had just said, guys, the Phillies scored 7 runs in this series. That's it. Do they take one game, would you think, at first? Would your first thought be they lost every game? Brewers are a good hitting team. They are. And the Phillies are a good hitting team, too, on paper. I don't want to jinx it. Well, you're not jinxing it. You're not at the game. You're just telling good old JJ, who talks to himself while he's on here all the time for 3 hours. Somebody asked me the other day, does it feel weird talking to yourself? I said, well, I never really thought about it that way until they just told me. Until they brought it up. Get the brooms out. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. I want to see brooms in the chat, baby. Brooms in the chat. Or sweeps in the chat. Let's see if I can provide a sweep or a broom in the chat. Can I do that? Brooms. What do you have to say? Do you have to type in sweep? Is that what it is? No, it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up on the computer. It shows up on the phone. Here we go. Jose Alvarado's going to pitch the top of the 9th in the pitch, and that is in there for a strike. It left a little bit high. Alvarado is 1-2. He has a 3.08 ERA and 26 1/3 of an inning. And Andrew Monasterio is going to come on up to bat against him. The 0-1 is down low for a ball. Kathy, I'll get to your comment in just a second. Welcome on in. Kathy, what's up? Our cleanup hitter is in the house. The 1-1, and that's in there for strike 2. I'll get you right after this batter because I want to make sure I read everything that you're saying. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 gone in the top of the 9th inning. Hey, JJ, thanks for the shout-out and prayers. My latest lung scan has some great news. The phrase, quote-unquote, stabilized, was used alongside of bronchiectasis. Bronchiectasis? Is that how you say it? Bronchiectasis? Bronchiectasis. 1 out in the top of the 9th. And the pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike. That is great news, Kathy. That is great news. We're all rooting for you, and I'm so fired up. That's awesome. 0-1 is the count, and the next pitch, another swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Alvarado on the bump, and his ERA is at a 3.08. The 0-2, way up high. The thing about Alvarado, though, is that he's only allowed 3 earned runs in his last 12 2/3. 14 2/3. And the pitch, and that's fouled off. I think we'll take that. He had 1 bad outing, and that was against the Braves, where he allowed 5 earned runs on opening day. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Alvarado. Line drive into right field for a base hit, and William Contreras wins the battle. That's the 2nd game in a row where Contreras has gotten on base in the 9th inning. So the tying run's coming up, and it'll be power on power. Yelich versus Alvarado. The matchup that you want to see as a baseball fan. Yelich is hitless today on a hat trick of at-bats. Staring over at Alvarado, who gets set just at the belt, lines up, fires, and looks at a strike at 98 miles per hour. Just at the knees, too. The ball's 1 strike. Alvarado resets again and fires the next one. Swing and a miss. The cutter was outside and low. It looked pretty deceiving. Alvarado's going to take the necklace chain off right now because he's like, you know what, I'm throwing some heat here, and this is sort of bothering me a little bit, so let me just take it off for a second. Sort of like when you take your jacket off and you're like, hold my beer. The 0-2, and that misses way down low and outside. I don't think I've ever seen that from Alvarado. You see him get fired up a lot when he gets a strikeout or when he gets a really big out, but I've never seen him just take off the necklace during an at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Yelich at the plate. Who will win the battle? The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. And Yelich does stay alive. Yelich did single in the 9th inning of last night's game against the other solid lefty for the Phillies, and that's Matt Strahm. Contreras leads off over at first. Alvarado delivers from the stretch, and the 1-2 swing and a miss. 2 gone in the top of the 9th inning. That out was huge, and another great battle between Alvarado and Yelich. And the Brewers are down to their final out. All was up to Willy Adames. Pitch number 1. Ball 1. Inside. At 98 miles per hour. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell icons, baby. Adames batting .249 with 9 homers and 42 ribbies on the season. The 1-0 pitch, and that's fouled away. I like to call it ribbies every once in a while. Fans standing on their feet looking forward to Alvarado potentially closing the door here. The 1-1 pitch, and that misses low and inside. Stubbs sort of had to get into a standing position in case the ball got away from him. He blocked it out in front of him. 2-0 Phillies lead, top of the 9th. Brewers down to their final out. It's 2 balls, 1 strike to Adames, who's the tying run at the plate, going up against Alvarado, and the 2-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Good cutter thrown by Alvarado. It was going into the dirt. It spelled nothing but trouble, and the Brewers are down to their final strike. Their backs against the wall. Adames, who stepped out of the box, gets back into the ring of fire. Going up against Alvarado. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Alvarado gets set just above the belt, and the 2-2 on the way. And he just fouls that off Adames and stays alive. That thing was 98 miles per hour. Was right down the middle. Alvarado trying to go at it once again. Pitch number 20, the 2-2, just misses inside. And Adames shakes his head and says, nope, I wasn't going to go after it. Another cutter, but it just missed its spot inside. Alvarado looking to punch it out, or get another punch out here and close the door. The 3-2 pitch on the inside corner, called strike 3. The Philadelphia Phillies sweep the Milwaukee Brewers, and they hang on and win by a final score of 2-0. Ring the bell, Philadelphia. The Phillies win. Save number 11 on the season for Jose Alvarado. And we will see you on Saturday afternoon out in London. Good stuff. Let's go. I'm ready for London. Who's ready for London? Anybody ready for London? Because I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. I cannot wait for London this weekend. Make sure you guys tune into all the play-by-play coverage of Phillies baseball because we do it on here, man. We are Philly freaks. We do Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, Eagles football. It's all about the fightins, though, baby. I'm ready for London. Bring on those Mets, baby. Oh, man, let's go. Let's go. I'm fired up. This pitching staff has been sensational. Unbelievable. Remarkable. Every sort of positive adjective that you can think of, that's what this pitching staff is doing. I have to say, I know that we're in early June. This Phillies pitching staff, from bullpen to starting pitching, say what you want about Taijuan Walker, say what you want about Gregory Soto. I think that this is the best Phillies staff pitching-wise from top to bottom. Possibly ever in Phillies history. Who agrees? I'm just saying, man. We thought that this offense was going to carry the team throughout this whole year. I did not anticipate that this pitching would be so great from the starting rotation to the bullpen. The Phillies potentially have 6 all-stars from just their pitching. Alvarado, Hoffman. You could even argue that Kerkering deserves to be an all-star. And then Matt Strahm. Nola, Suarez, and Wheeler. And you can make a case that Christopher Sanchez deserves to be in that combo too. Just crazy. The top of the order has not done a good job. And yet, the bottom of the order carries them. And today, it was just about Nick Castellanos. That was the difference of the game. And their defense has been A+, bro. A+ defense. They're not making these mistakes anymore like they were during the Gabe Kapler era. There would be an error that would be made by Alec Bohm or Rhys Hoskins. And all of a sudden, you're like, uh-oh, because here comes a 5-run inning. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Can we just embrace how great this team is doing from the pitching side of things and just admire what they're doing and how they're beating each and every opponent that they're going up against? They're winning in so many different ways. Can we just process that? We got a $20 donation. Jason, thank you so much for the $20 donation and for keeping that bet. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very, very much. That's how I feel, though. This team is awesome. This team is absolutely awesome. Brooms. Where are the brooms, baby? Where are the brooms? Gonna call the game in a British accent? No, that was really bad. Nah, I can't do that. I still have some time, though. I have time to work on that. This reminds me of the old Braves staff with Smoltz and Maddox. I cannot wait for the Maddox documentary to come out, by the way. That's how good this staff is right now. Well said. Well said. Elite. You can't play around with these guys, man. And it's so funny how we wanted Jordan Montgomery and we wanted Blake Snell. Look at where they are. Jordan Montgomery got booed today. Blake Snell, has he even gotten a win with the Giants? Maybe one. Even Taijuan Walker's doing better than those guys. It's crazy. Sweep onto London. Yes, sir. This play by Stubbs at the plate was incredible. Watch the replay. Oh, I watched it. I didn't see the replay, but I saw it in real time. But I'll probably watch it again. Who can't beat good teams? What is Negadolfia going to say, man? What is Negadolfia going to say now? Besides the offense has been ice cold. That's the only thing they're going to say. But they're winning. That's all I care about. Give me those W's, baby. Hate to admit it, but Maddox is a top 5 all-time pitcher. That's debatable, but he was really, really good. I do agree about that. All right, I'm done. Watch out for a pod tonight. Be on the lookout for it. I'm going to go watch this Aaron Nola interview, listen to Rob Thompson's press conference, and I will catch you all later tonight. Decisions is what has us in this position. Believe, trust that process. I can't say those words. That was such a Sixers thing, but I understand what you're saying. I get it. This is not the Sixers. This is the Phillies. But when you said trust the process, of course I had to think about the Sixers. Of course they came into my mind. But why? Because this team is so good. Why does a Sixers team have to come into my head after what this team has been doing? This Phillies team has been so great. Oh man. Okay. All right. I'm going to wrap things up. I think that whatchamacallit just froze on me OBS. But I will catch you all on the next one. All right. It looks like it froze. Are we still live? My mic says that we are. OBS is going to crash. Should we just let it crash? All right, we'll let it crash. All right. See you guys on the next one. I do have Sixeritis, but I have Philly fever. All right. Love you all. We're going to wait for this thing to crash. All right.